everybody. Welcome to another episode of Bob's Woodshop. We got something really special today. I'm at my buddy's house, Bill Barrett. And this is Bill. Bill's going to show us a little bit of blacksmithing today. He's really into it. How long have you been doing this hobby?
I've been doing it about 18 years, Bob, on and off. I've been getting into it slowly and surely. Coupled it with knife making and other types of fabrication, and I love doing it.
Cool. Nice. What are some of the main projects that you like making?
Some of my main projects, I like making knives. I love making beautiful stuff out of railroad spikes, knives.
Here's some sample board.
Here's a little different, just aspects of how you can twist railroad spikes, different effects that you can do with the heat. And you're only really limited by your imagination with this stuff, and that's what really attracts me to it, is
cool.
Sky's the limit.
How about some of the other items?
I also do, I'm going to move a little, do some fire pokers. I make fire pokers for your fireplace out of beautiful railroad spikes, and I couple them with marbles and whatever I can think of while I'm working on it at the time. But pretty much anything. I'm willing to try anything or try to make anything, and that's part of the challenge for me, is trying to do something that's new and beyond the scope of what I normally do.
Awesome. Hey Billy, why don't we do a quick shop tour?
Sure, Bob, come on in. This is my old forge. This is from the early 1900s. It's been restored. It's called a rivet forge. They used it for mostly making skyscrapers. Most of the buildings in Manhattan were built with a similar forge like this. All it does is it blows oxygen up through the coal and gets it hot enough to melt steel, which is well over 2,400 degrees. This is what I use to start the fire. This is called blacksmith coal or soft coal, and this is called coke. Coke is just the coal with the impurities burned out, and it burns very hot and very clean. But come on in, you can see the rest of the place.
Yeah, let's say you got all the traditional blacksmithing equipment here. What's this little tiny anvil we have here?
This is actually a beautiful anvil. It's over 780 pounds. This is actually a Fisher anvil that was made in Trenton, New Jersey.
Wow, okay.
This also here, this is a hit button.
You got a whole anvil collection here.
Oh yeah, but this is one of the few. I'll show you real quick a little. I don't want to get too boring with you guys, but the difference between the two types of anvils that there are, there's forged and cast. This is forged. You can hear how they ring. It's a common misconception. And this is a cast anvil. Hear the different sounds.
Oh, yeah.
Most people think these are no good. I love working with it. It's beautiful. I'd be hard pressed to find this. This was actually a gift from a family to me.
No one's been able to pick it up yet, huh?
It's brutal. It's brutal. That's how I met Paul.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What else you got in here?
The rest of my shop.
Man, you got a whole gold mine of blacksmithing equipment here. This is terrific.
Nice vise. Just some stuff to work with. A nice simple grinder. You need a couple of grinders to do your hand work with. This is my demonstration vise I use for when I do demonstrations.
Oh, that's right. You do a lot of demonstrations out in craft fairs and things, right?
Do lots of stuff like that.
Yeah, you got an old Wilton there also.
And I don't want people to be discouraged, because you don't need all these tools to start blacksmithing. You can start out with really relatively simple tools and go from there. I like to collect stuff. I'm in a tool collecting group, actually. So
yeah.
This is a press, a hydraulic press that my friend Brian helped me make. It's a 50-ton hydraulic press. It helps to lengthen stuff when you're really, as you get older, it's harder to hammer. Right. And then I have the myriad of grinders, drill presses, buffers, stuff that really just makes producing stuff much easier.
All right, and you got your workbench over here?
Yep, that's where I do a lot of my assembly, layout work, everything. My shop's a little bunchy right now because I'm making a few things here and I'm working on a sculpture, so. I'm also doing, I have these boards in here. I make these from time to time. These are for my demos too. This is one of how to make Damascus steel. It might be hard to see with the camera, but there's many layers of that on there. And this is Damascus made from a piece of crane cable that I flatten out, I draw out and lengthen, fold it back on itself, keep folding itself, and then
this is why blacksmiths are so strong. You got a lot of Okay, Billy, so what are we going to do today? What are you going to build for us?
Right now, I have a piece in that we're heating up some square stock. We're going to heat this up. This is going to be the body of the fire poker. And I don't know if you can see the head of the railroad spike in there. That's heating up. We're going to take that out. We're going to do an ornate twist. That's going to end up being our handle.
Okay.
This is going to take about maybe 2-3 more minutes to heat up, and I'll start banging away. What I'm going to do is called tapering and drawing out the end of it to make it to a point, and then we're going to bend it, so that's going to be the end of our poker. All right, I'm going to get ready to taper and draw out my end. I'm going to take it out right now. It should be hot enough.
Okay, and this is a fireplace. This is the fireplace poker.
Yes, sir. And what I'm doing now is I'm drawing out the end. All right, I'm pulling this out. We're going to finish drawing and tapering this out. See how we're making it longer and thinner, keeping your blows nice and even. Our last heat for this, we're just going to draw this out and bend it down. You want to get it nice and easy and even. And really, like we were telling Bob before, all you're really doing is you're just moving metal.
Yeah.
You're pushing it and pulling it to where you want it to go.
What's the temperature when it's red hot?
When it's red hot, it's about 1800 degrees. And as you see, the minute you put it on the anvil, it cools right off. But don't be fooled, even though it's gray right now, it's close to probably 700 degrees. It will easily burn your skin. I'm just doing some finishing things so there's no hammer marks. I like to have everything nice and smooth. And as you can see, I'm doing what's called always correcting. Because nobody's perfect. Well, ask a few people. So now see?
And that's going to be the
nice point.
That's going to be the pointy pokey
Yep,
end.
I'm going to heat it up one more time and bend it down and make the point right now. All right, taking this out, we're going to make the bend for the end of our poker. Figure out how big you want your poker to be. And you can do this over any surface that you like, where you like the contour. You just want to keep it nice and straight. And mine always have this little signature bend from my anvil here. Because that's the outer layer of the steel as it's cooling. It's called scale. So I look, I check against the white background. It's not exactly where I want it. Give it a little bit of an inward bend. Straighten out a little. And we're good.
This hardens it?
That just hardens it quickly. Not a big deal. Now we're going to put it back in and do some decorative twists through this. The procedure is we're going to take the railroad spike out. I've already pre-cut it and got it ready to do what we're going to do. We're going to heat it and now we're going to twist it. You're going to take it out. Got to work quick. That's quite warm right there. And now here's the cool part. Once you turn it and you start twisting.
Oh,
now you can see all the cool steps coming out.
A little extra leverage on that vice grip. That's a good idea.
Oh yeah, I made that. That's a little like something I copied from somebody. You see all the steps are coming out now, and now I twist it to where I want it to look right about there. I think, well, maybe a little more. One more. There we go. Now you want to be real careful. That's super hot scale. See how those steps came out of the cut?
Wow,
pretty
that's
cool.
Really cool. Yeah.
Now we're going to take it, and I'm going to use my trusty Warner Brothers cartoon hammer. And the reason I use the wooden hammer is when you use it on a piece with decorative stuff like this, it doesn't damage the twists.
The point, yeah.
Now we just look at a white background, straighten it out. See how cool the stairs came out on that? And this is how you clean this up. You just use a wire wheel. It cleans that right up. See how nice that looks? So the next stage of our video, what we're going to do is we're heating this piece up right now. We're going to take it out of the fire. We're going to open it up heat it one more time, get it where we can put the marble in and close it, and then go from there.
Okay, doke.
All right. Gonna take this out of the fire. We can do this right here, actually. We're gonna use this little handy dandy chisel and a vice grip. First, what we're gonna do is cool this off. We're gonna take it out. We're gonna work these. Stay. See how this tool works for me? Is that lets me to give it a nice even, as I twist it, it gives me a nice even
Yeah, look at that.
break without. Does that make sense what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah. So you're just stretching out a little bit. You're going to drop the marble in there and then close it up a little
Yep, and then get it even. So you want it to kind of basket out even-wise. And see how it moves a little, so you just want to kind of, only takes a little bit, you know?
Just being careful, moving metal.
Always, always. And I tell people, it sounds really corny, but if you do get into this and you start to get a little good at it, it's a very powerful feeling when you hit metal and it goes where you want it to go. I can't tell you the feeling. All right, let me go grab, of course, there's a piece of coal in there. Huh? So we'll go with a colored marble. Drop that in, we'll be real careful. Until I've done this a few times. So now you just want to go and just gently squeeze all sides so it's trapped in there.
So this is the captured marble trick?
Yep. And straighten it out a little. You should use a hammer for that. And now I'm just going to cool this off real quick so the marble doesn't explode. We're back. We're ready to do the decorative twist. We're just doing a little bit of heat here to get the heat localized so we can twist the piece that we want to. So we're going to take it out, bring it over to the vise, heat it up, and this is where your creativity comes into play. You can twist this however you'd like. You want to do a half twist, you want to do a whole twist. I think I'm going to do a twist, and then I'm going to do another twist up here, but I think I'm going to hold it in the middle so I get an opposite twist.
Little tricks of the trade.
Oh yeah, man. Okay. Set these down.
Do a little straightening and...
Yep. Take the old cartoon hammer. Okay. Let's check. We got a little twist now. Now I'm just going to put it back in right here and get a little more twist on. Okay, to make the handle here, normally what I would do is I would forge weld this, which means I would cut this, heat it, open it up, get both of them super red hot, put this in here and hammer them together to make one piece.
Right.
In the interest of time for the video, I'm going to cut it square. We're going to stick weld it traditionally.
Okay.
All right, I'm just going to cut the end off real quick. All right, we're going to get ready to weld this. And as you've seen throughout this whole video, always wear proper safety equipment when you're working, especially with welding. I know you've only seen me wearing my safety glasses. Gloves are a personal preference for yourself. I've been doing this for many years. I need the tactile feel of my hands. I wear gloves when necessary and when there's a present danger to my hands. Otherwise, work how you feel best, but always protect your eyes. And if welding, always wear proper safety. Okay?
Yep.
And as always, don't look at the arc. So what I'm doing is I'm just making sure this is straight, lined up, straight. Get it centered. Flip my mask down. Then one more time. And now what I usually do is I'll take it out like this and I'll just build up my weld. We're just gonna have to clean it up a little bit with a sander, and then we're just gonna give it a little straightening on the anvil. Looks pretty straight. Getting a seat for. And again, you know, a lot of people will tell you, oh, well, I left those little marks on to show it's hand hammered or whatever. No, you want to make sure it looks beautiful. One thing that's taken me a lot of years to learn, especially with my friend Brian, is do the right thing. Don't take a shortcut. There you have it. It's cleaned up. We're just going to wire wheel it, do a bunch of cleanup on the poker. But that's a quick weld to have your railroad spike poker.
Very nice, Billy.
Unfinished butt.
Love it.
The more cleanup work you do, the nicer it looks. Then watch when you clean up the, watch out when you clean up the twists, how nice they look. Look. Love the smell of beeswax. And this will just protect it. If you leave this outside though, Bob, it will rust. All right, so we're finished up here. That's pretty much how you make a handmade custom fire poker out of a railroad spike. There's all different types of stuff. You know, this is one of my favorite ones. It's called Dragon Skin. Very cool.
Yeah.
I'm located in Stanhope, New Jersey. I give lessons. I am on Instagram. It's Bill Barrett Custom Knives. You can contact me at anvilman67 Yahoo. And questions, you want to learn anything, feel free. Thanks for watching.
Thanks a lot, Billy.
Thank you, Bob.
Bye-bye.